Beautiful day, man. Thank the good Lord for that, man. What a practice. Great energy, enthusiasm. Our guys are really looking forward to being back home and getting back out there and playing and executing better than what we showed this past week. Like I said, man, I really thought our effort was unbelievable. We went there to win from the opening flea flicker all the way to the fake punt. Man, we was doing everything we could to win the game. And we were playing so dadgum hard that we were out of control at times. Like we wanted to win that game so bad that we were just a little out of control. We got to rein and harness that energy in and execute better. And that's been the big point of emphasis this week is we got to take that energy and competitive nature and how bad we wanted to go to Kentucky and win that game, as a program, and harness it down a little bit and think a little better and execute better. And I think the good thing is you can fix that. You can't sometimes, if you don't have enough talent, if you don't have enough effort and intensity, those can be issues. But we've got talent, we've got effort and intensity. We just got to play better and clean some things up. And we took a great step towards that today. So with that, I'll open it up.
17 and Jackson, they both didn't practice today. Can you provide any
No, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah.
Coach, talk a little bit of your thoughts on tackling in that game.
Yeah, I thought early on we tackled really well. We were hitting. I'm talking about hitting. You saw it, Glenn. Then we got tired. We got tired. We went 3 and out 3 consecutive times in a row. That's why we faked the punt. We knew we were a little bit tired there, and then we missed some tackles late that we were making earlier. That's obviously something we got to continue to work on. But for first game versus a great opponent, man, I thought we were running and hitting early on, and we got to do a little bit better when we're tired right there.
Can you speak a little bit to what we met face this weekend when you watched the film with Tulane and Southeast?
Yeah, so Southeastern, this conference and this level and these teams really gave the Sun Belt a lot of trouble. Southeastern, I think La Tech's beat them 45-42 in the last 3 years. South Alabama last year it was 7-7 at the halftime and 21-7 going into the fourth quarter. Louisiana Lafayette beat them 24-7 I think 2 years ago. Then Central Ark played Arkansas State to the wire last week. Lamar played Texas State to a 1-score game. So there's been a lot of close games, within our conference, and we certainly know Southeastern's got good players. Coach Selfo's a proven coach, and that Tulane game last week, it was 14-0, and they were in the red zone about to score to make it 14-3 or 14-7 at the half, and they threw a 99-yard pick six. So it really flipped that game. So their game was a lot like ours, with Kentucky. It was much closer than what the score said, and so we've got to continue. But the focus on us this week is taking that energy and passion and honing it in from the time the play is called to the time the play is snapped, and playing better execution.
Everybody kind of talks about you see the most improvement from week 1 to 2.
Yep.
Kind of mentioning of cleaning up stuff. How do you kind of go about doing that, especially you go from Kentucky to playing Southeastern?
So for us, there's a lot of things we didn't get to do in that game. We only had 33 snaps offensively. We really just played like a half of football, and so like we wanted to involve Chandler Pittman more and Ethan Crawford more and Larry Simmons more. There's a lot of things that we were on our way to doing. You normally get 70 snaps in a game. We weren't even at the halfway mark. So there's a lot of things we didn't get to do, that we're excited about doing. And then, but as far as executing better, I think it's just a mindset and a thought process. Like I said, man, our team, we went up there. Everybody in our program, from the head coach all the way through to the managers, went up there to win. And we laid it on the line and spilt everything we had. We've just got to control that a little better and harness that in, and there's a lot of elements of waiting so long to play that built anxiety, and maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. We'll do a better job of managing that if that ever comes along again. But I think our players know. They saw the tape. They watched this tape yesterday and had even more confidence because of the way they played in that environment. They know they can win one-on-ones. They've just got to correct the things they can correct. We can calm down and execute the assignment better, and we're certainly going to.
To the composure piece, it got a little chippy out there with both teams. When you get teams into the heat of the moment, yakking at each other, you don't want to take away from your guys' physicality, but how do you kind of rein that in and say, hey, at some point you got to just get ready for the next play?
Yeah, well, we want to have an edge though, Glenn. You know what I mean? We want to be the nasty bunch. And, you know, we want to be nice guys Sunday through Friday, but we don't want to be nice on Saturday. You know what I mean? So we're building that edge back. We've got the talent to do that again. And so, you know, we can't get 15-yard penalties, which we had one. That was foolish down on the goal line. But outside of that, that was the only one. And, you know, we want to play with the edge and we want to play physical. We want people to know they played us when the game's over.
Just two more for Coach. I thought Dante Lucas was everything he's shown in fall camp on Saturday night.
Yeah, he did some good things. Some things he's got to do better, too. You know, like I said, he played extremely hard like all our guys did. Assignment-wise, as a group, we just got to calm down and play better, and we're going to. That's what we're focused on.
You mentioned earlier about his confidence in the locker room. What's the mentality like heading into Southeastern?
Yeah, we got a good football team. We got to fix the things that we can fix, control what we control. We can certainly do that, and we feel like we've got a chance to get on a roll and make a run at this thing. But we got to take it 1 week at a time. And right now the focus is on improving each day at what we can control. And right now for us collectively, that's getting the signal, thinking about our assignment, and executing our assignment with controlled rage and aggression.
Thank you, Coach.
What do we got?
What do you kind of see with Southeastern defensively? It looked like they were kind of holding their own with Tulane until that pick six happened.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a defense that plays extremely hard. They got a veteran group. The coach is a veteran guy that, you know, he really believes in what he believes in, so they're going to be well coached. And, you know, they were in it with Tulane, kind of got away from them a little bit, but, you know, I expect them to come in here and play as hard as they possibly can play. This is a huge game for them, and I expect to give their very best.
It's so hard to gauge a game like Saturday, 30 snaps like Will just said, but what did you see from your offense? What were some bright moments? What were some more moments you need to work on?
You know, I really like the eyes of our quarterback. We got to calm the feet down. We got to step into some certain throws, but he was going where I want the ball to go. You know, for that crowd, for that kind of layoff and all the chaos that was kind of going on, I thought as a group, their first time, we didn't have a bunch of, you know, false starts, just bad football. We had the one. But in the first game, as you've seen all across football, you see just tons of penalties. So I was really proud of the guys. Other than, you know, 2 unfortunate tip balls, I thought they took care of the ball well. You know, there wasn't a lot of fumbles, balls on the ground. You know, I thought the football was solid. Now we got some missed opportunities. You know, second play should have been a big play. We dropped a big pass as well. So we got to learn from it. And when our opportunities are there, we got to make the play, especially on the road against a good defense like Kentucky. But overall, I was pleased with the guys. Like I said, just 30 plays, it's hard to have a sample and whatnot, but I was pleased with the way they came out in practice today. And I think the guys know they can play better and expect to play better. But in any opportunity to go on the road and play a good team, your best players got to play well and your quarterback's got to play well. And so we got to keep improving on that.
Kind of talk about the run game. Was it you guys just kind of got behind early and had to throw the ball more? I mean, what was kind of missing?
Well, I mean, we knew it was going to be a tough test. They have a very good defensive line, veteran line. You know, they set the edges really well. So we knew it was going to be a battle. You know, we had some opportunities. We missed some holes here and there. But, you know, you never really, with 30 plays, you know, I run 15 run plays and 15 pass plays. I don't know, right? You know, so there's a lot of things we wanted to get to, but it was just an odd night. You know, our first drive, we had the flea flicker and should have handed off the second play, which probably should have ripped for either 4 or 60 yards. So, you know, that was another missed opportunity. And then the second drive, I think it was about a 14 or 15 play drive with a run pass. So, you know, that's half our game right there, just those 2 drives. So it's hard to really tell. There's things we obviously got to work on. We missed some cuts, missed some holes, but it wasn't a broad enough test to kind of see where we were run game wise. And they're a good front. I mean, they're huge, and everybody's gonna have trouble running on that group. But you know, overall, I thought our kids played extremely hard. They were ready to play. It wasn't awful looking football as a means to operational aspects of it. Ball went on the ground, won a lot of penalties, so we can build off of that. We at least gave ourselves a chance on each and every play. Now we just got to capitalize on those opportunities and kind of go from there.
Just touch on that second tip ball. I mean, where he goes there with the spacing there, and then he has is that a check down out in the flat?
Yeah, I mean, we were just a little late. It's a bang-bang play right on the goal line. You know, we teach them right on the waistline when it's on the on the goal line and just fortunately got tipped and guy made a diving play, Gets tipped, kick a field goal, we're good to go. Probably hindsight, we'd like to have scrambled right and worked our one-on-one, but, it went right to a guy. It was a tip ball, same play as the second play of the game. Now we'd like to hand that ball off, but he was being aggressive, and I'm never going to fault the quarterback for that. And, fortunately, he just got tipped again, So 2 unfortunate plays, but got to be able to overcome those, and hopefully they don't happen. But his eyes were right for the most part of the day. We just got to calm the feet down, step in our throws, and drive with conviction. I think he has a lot more confidence with our offensive line after that game. So, I expect those guys and the whole group to be way better this week.
I know Tate's a veteran to college football in terms of he's been on a roster, but he's really a rookie in terms of playing experience.
Right.
How much better do you think it will be when he knows, hey, it's day in, day out, game in, game out, you're the starter, and I hope he grows?
I hope a lot better, Well, shoot, we pray that he does. But he's been out in atmospheres like that, and, this is his time. He's got to go and take it. At the same time, we want to keep incorporating Ethan in the game, but I got tons of confidence in Tate. There's nothing that told me he needed to come out of that game. He was going where I wanted the ball to go. We just got to believe in it a little bit more, get our feet right so we can be a little bit more accurate with the ball. But, and then obviously get some more plays, get a more sample test to see where we're at.
Obviously, you want to win every game, but is there something to kind of just getting that one out of the way? Now you have the whole season in front of you to.
No, not really. I want to be there to win. I don't want to go and lose. There's no moral victories and none of that stuff. I'm very disappointed in how it turned out. But you also got to look at things that we did well and build upon that and keep working and, have the ability to confront and demand and show guys, we didn't practice very well Tuesday, Wednesday, and this is what shows up. So good to see them show up and have a good Tuesday practice today, and we can learn from it and get better. And you always going to play how you practice. I know it's cliche and all that, but these guys got to see it, and especially when you're going on the road playing a good team, you can't. It takes what it takes, and unfortunately they got to learn it and build on it.
Thanks, Coach.
That